more reactions, like I told you guys, more reactions are coming out concerning what happened to Fubara, the statement from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the suspension of elected governor of a state, and the state of emergency. My concern is that how come we have not gotten a state of emergency in the whole Nigeria for the kidnapping that's going on, for the terrorists that's terrorizing the Nigerians in Asket or everywhere, for the hunger and everything? How come? What do I know? Watch this video.
And let me cite the instance of what happened in 2007 when Atiku Abubakar, who was the then vice president, defected from PDP to AC, and the Obasanjo presidency declared the vice presidency as vacant. And Atiku Abubakar went to court, and the Supreme Court delivered a judgment, I think, in 2008, when the tenure had even elapsed. And what the Supreme Court stated is that an executive officer, such as president, vice president, governor, or deputy governor, can only lose his position before the expiration of his tenure in one of 4 ways expressly stated in the Constitution, which are resignation, impeachment, incapacitation, and death. And the Supreme Court said that you cannot add to the Constitution anything that it did not expressly state. So whether defection to another party, and similarly, declaration of state of emergency was not mentioned as one of the conditions in the Constitution in which an executive officer can lose his position. I therefore hope that the President was well advised by the Attorney General, because this matter is likely to very soon go back to the Supreme Court. And if the Supreme Court is consistent with its pronunciation in 2008, it is likely to declare that the president has no power to remove a governor or deputy governor and state assembly. And beyond that, in 2013, when President Jonathan wanted to declare a state of emergency in 3 northeastern states of Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa because of the Boko Haram problem, he called a meeting of legislative leaders and told them that he's going to declare this state of emergency and he was going to remove the 3 governors. The Speaker of the House of Representatives at the time, Amin Waziri Tambuwal, who is a lawyer, stated clearly that no, Mr. President, based on this ruling of the Supreme Court, you have no power to remove the governors and state assemblies of those states. President Obasanjo did it in Plateau in 2004, but it was because Governor Darie did not go to court. So that was how that matter was led to lie. And President Jonathan accepted that advice, and he declared a state of emergency in the 3 northeastern states in 2013, but he did not remove their democratic structures. Instead, the security agencies, military and others came into the states in huge numbers and aided the civilian authority in trying to combat Boko Haram. That is why I am suspecting the legality of the declaration today. But as I said, I am not a lawyer, right, and very soon we will hear.
So some are saying it has to do with 2027. Are you seeing that playing out?
I don't know whether it has to do with 2030 or anything, but the problem at hand, first of all, is that the legality of the declaration and in particular the suspension of the democratic structures has to be clarified. And what I suspect could happen is that some PDP-controlled states are likely to go to the Supreme Court very quickly, because a matter between state governments and federal governments goes straight to the Supreme Court and test the legality of the declaration. And if the Supreme Court is consistent with its 2018 judgment, then it is likely to strike down that part of the declaration which removes constitutional structures. That is what I suspect will happen. As to whether this will solve the problem, I don't think so. You see, as was pointed out, I thought the president could have just like he enumerated the misdeeds of the governor, should have also said a few things about the minister of the FCT, who is actually very, very central to the creation and perpetuation of this problem. Is it normal in law or in politics that somebody as godfather should sit down in Abuja and begin factionalizing the assembly and causing all kinds of problems in a state that he once governed? And unless something is done about that, then the problem will never be solved, maybe before 2027, the way I see it.
Quite unfortunate. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Obamado Abuchi, and Arise News analyst Mahmoud Jega.
Yes, very quickly.
In 20 seconds if you can.
Yes, you see, we say the Supreme Court said you cannot, that is in Abubakar and the Federal Republic. Well, I agree, but that is ordinarily. Ordinarily, nobody has, the only way you lose your seat is death, resignation, incapacity, or what, there are four instances, ordinarily. But ordinary times do not exist in state of emergency.
Right.
Okay. Thank you both for being on the news tonight. We do appreciate your time.
All right. I would just like you to go to the comment section, put your opinion right there. I will read it, and then we can take it from there. Let's unite. Let's join heads together to fight against this injustice that is currently going on in every area of our country. Thank you very much. This is NWATCH Media. Join us every day on our live broadcast, 7 p.m. We talk about what is affecting us every day. Join us so that you and I can pour out our plight together. Take care, and bye for now.